Hey guys, welcome back to the Friday Vlog, where we discuss activity that goes on here with the BuzWeaver channel. That includes things like current events, headlines that are in the news, pop culture, social media, technology, and items of interest that come up during the week that allow us to have a little bit of a dialogue. And if you're here on YouTube, of course, we have shorts as well as community posts. But I do want to thank all of you guys across New Tech as well as here on YouTube for all of your guys' continued support.
We start things off from the New York Post. Aliens might be living among us disguised as humans or in a base inside the moon, according to new Harvard study. Now, don't you find it fascinating that when it comes to government or when it comes to academia, they can say these things and it's not a conspiracy? It's actually quite fascinating because, of course, these are people in positions of authority. And, of course, we know how all that translates, particularly most recently, as we saw with COVID back in 2020, how that all unfolded. However, I read on, I digress. Aliens might be living among us, according to a study by Harvard academics. Well, there you have it. If it's academics, it's got to have some validity, right? It's got to have some substance to it. A new paper suggests extraterrestrials could also be living underground or in a base inside the moon, which is very reminiscent of the movie Moonfall, if you guys haven't checked that out. I don't want to spoil too much of that, but just kind of gave me that idea there. The study by Harvard University's Human Flourishing program further puts forward the idea that UFOs, or unidentified aerial phenomenon, which is now UAP, apparently when you change names of things and redefine things, that gives it some additional credibility or some additional an additional sense of identity, because that's what we use naming for. That's why we name things, because it gives it identity, right? It gives it personhood. Maybe spaceships visiting their Earth-based alien friends, okay? All right, well, I suppose you could theorize and hypothesize quite a bit. The researchers have investigated so-called crypto-terrestrials. There you go. I don't know if that has anything to do with cryptocurrency or blockchains, but there you have it. These could be disguising themselves as humans to fit in, may have come from Earth's future, or might have descended from intelligent dinosaurs. Now, I find this fascinating because people will often ask Christians or believers, what if there are aliens? What if there is, extraterrestrial beings? Well, the universe had to have arrived here somehow. And we know from the 60s, from scientists themselves, said that the universe had a beginning, an uncaused cause, an infinite, powerful, supernatural being outside of nature, outside of time, had to have put it together, if I were to make that argument. So the universe had to have existed for these beings to be here. The universe had to have existed for dinosaurs to be here. Everything within the universe had to have existed, or the universe had to have existed for everything to be here, and for everything in the universe to work the way it does, it had to have a universe from which to work in. So something outside of nature, something outside of time, and something powerful or supernatural. So the uncaused cause, so God's reasoning for his existence is going to be within himself. So it doesn't impact me whatsoever if for some reason we entertain the idea of extraterrestrial beings, because something would have had to have put them here. The study was created to offer an alternate, unconventional explanation for UAP sightings and to hypothesize what they might mean, and the possibility that a UAP may involve forms of non-human intelligence, oh boy, here we go with the acronyms also, NHI, that are already present in Earth's environment, in some sense that exist alongside us in distinct stealth. Excuse me, guys. Dealing with these allergy season's really kicking in. So here we have some kind of something they're working on here. It looks kind of like maybe like a drone of some sort, or some flying vehicle that these guys can use to fly around in. 4 theories on aliens living near humans are investigated in this study, so I don't know if that even if these images even correlate with anything. The paper reads, the author became increasingly aware of the depths of evidence and theory that also tentatively supports another ultra-terrestrial explanation, the crypto-terrestrials hypothesis, CTH, another acronym, are focused here, which holds the UAP may reflect activities of NHS concealing here on Earth. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I have never been really one to be overly preoccupied with UFOs or unidentified flying objects or UAPs or however they want to identify these things with, but I find it interesting that when it comes from academia, of course, it's not going to be considered a conspiracy theory or it's going to, or, you know, some mojo going on. But nonetheless, I found it kind of fascinating that these studies are going on. And I think, of course, we have SETI that's funded also by government that explores the possibility of extraterrestrial life. But, of course, they basically just monitor activity, radio waves, frequencies, those sorts of things to see what all is going on. Of course, the search for intelligent life, you know, the acronym for SETI, search for intelligent life sort of thing. So I found it kind of fascinating. So I don't know, you know, I guess this was our filler. And as you always notice, when it comes to these sorts of stories, it always seems to be a form of distraction, right? Bread and circuses that we have here. People, you know, associate bread and circuses with sports going back to Roman times there in the Colosseum to keep people entertained, to keep people distracted, to keep people adjusted to other things, to provide levity, as it were, to our daily lives. So I do find it fascinating. But as a believer, people ask me about these things, and I say, you know, the universe is here. The universe didn't evolve. The universe was here, and science, of course, does suggest, or has suggested, I remember back in the 60s they were talking about it, Dr. John Lennox was talking about the fact that they were concerned about if they did announce that there was a beginning to the universe, that it would lend a lot of credibility to Bible believers or to Genesis and that sort of thing. So it is kind of interesting. So this isn't anything unusual to ponder or pontificate upon, but I did want to bring it to your guys' attention because, of course, it's always our argument here on the BuzWeaver channel. You know, we take the complicated, we take the difficult, we take the tumult, we take the confusion. And, of course, I think this is just some levity based on the New York Post, as Tim Pool was saying, too, when he was talking about the same article. It's kind of funny that, you know, we have these kind of almost as a distraction. Because we can see here on the left, on the right here, a bit of a distraction, the various articles here because, of course, Hunter Biden being found guilty and those sorts of things. So obviously we have all that going on. But that's what I had for you guys this Friday.
All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for this Friday vlog. Thank you for the likes, the shares, and the comments. Of course, below this video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to, as well as if you are a Prime member at Amazon or order frequently from Amazon, you can find my affiliate links below this video, as well if you're looking for a VPN, a virtual private network. Those affiliate links are down below the video. Those help out the channel as well. But of course, your likes, your shares, and your comments are absolutely amazing and help, of course. And across New Tech, I want to thank all of you guys for your continued support here in 2024. It's been amazing. And of course, all of you guys here watching on YouTube, that would be the channel icon appearing there on the screen for you guys to click on to subscribe, as well as to select notifications. That way you know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys behind the Galaxy phone camera next week.